After arriving in this land of Genghis Khan, we fly to the small city of Murin. We find that Western dress is certainly not the norm here. We load our piles of luggage onto 2 vans and embark on a 3-hour, very bumpy ride on a braided web of dirt tracks. Although a road is under construction, there are only short stretches available, and we find ourselves picking whatever track seems most navigable and fording streams as they rise from the rains. We finally arrive in Khovsgol National Park and find our comfy gurs awaiting us at the lodge run by Bujum. The license plate display attests to a far-flung range of visitors. We get our toilet instructions and sample our first Mongolian Genghis Khan vodka. Surprise! We find a supply of beer, even vodka, included in a huge mountain of supplies going with us, as we cram into the vans and head through town for the dock where our transport up the lake awaits us. Note that technology is found even here. This ancient Russian cargo ship will take us on the 5-hour trip up this huge lake. We eye the snow-covered peaks a bit warily. We know we have to ride through these mountains to get to our Nomad Valley on the far side. But meanwhile, let's relax. Partway up the lake, we disembark for a short hike through the lovely Siberian taiga, with its soft needled larches and carpets of wildflowers. We come upon an oboe and do the ritual encirclement, admiring the skulls and other mementos left by those before us. Next, we head for the health springs that gurgle into a local stream. Each spring is said to heal a specific body part. One hardy member of our group dons a swimsuit and samples the kidney spring. Back to our ship, where you'll see our means of boarding is a bit precarious. We arrive at our tent camp, and our piles of gear and supplies are unloaded. And finally, we see some horses. Tomorrow, our trek begins. Betty is ready. We had originally thought we'd do some hiking as well as riding, but we find this permafrost country of bogs and frequent stream crossings is not country for hiking. Our horses' hooves actually bounce on the very wet, moss-covered ground. So we stay put in our saddles until we see our big white truck awaiting us, with lunch preparations underway, along the banks of one of the many huge gravel rivers we will cross on our trek. Here we sample pine nuts, a local specialty. And nap time for some. Back on the trail, we are treated to the sounds of Nymphu's singing. It feels good to get off. It's gotten cold and windy, and we are treated to room service for dinner. Getting ready for another day. And we hear Biamba calling us to get going.
Well, shall we?
Our wranglers cook their own fare, and another great Western-style lunch for us. Check out these freshly fried potato chips. Another very cold night, and in the morning, frost is coating everything, including our breakfast table. As we approach the Darhat Valley, our horses are pestered with the small flies that buzz around their heads. That's when my horse found his buddy's tail and got his name. We see our first free-roaming herd of mares with their proud stallion, and increasing signs of habitation. One of the locals brings us a tin full of fresh yak yogurt to feast on. Delicious. We revel in this vast, expansive landscape filled with grazing animals in a valley that is over 100 miles long and ringed by high mountains in all directions. Drama is everywhere, in the magnificent views and the ever-changing sky. You could look around and choose your weather. Flocks and herds of livestock of every sort line the vast horizons. Tiger beer really hits the spot. playing with our shadows.